Welcome to M-Science TV. So today we are going to study the types of matter. So as you see on this diagram, we have the two types of matter. We have pure substance and we have impure substance. So for pure substance, also we have the element and compounds. It means that the substance that made by an element, also we call them a matter, and also a substance made by compounds, also they are matter. And also we have the examples of an element, hydrogen, carbon, iron, and also there are many because all those substances found on the periodic table, we call them an element. And also for the compounds, we have water, ammonia, salt, and others. And also it means that the compounds or the substance made by the compounds, also we call them the matter. And also you have the impure substance. For impure substance, you have homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. It means that for the matter made by the solutions or the mixture or the substance made by the mixture of different substances, we call them matter as homogeneous mixture or heterogeneous mixture. Examples for homogeneous mixture, we have the salt solution, alcohol, and water. And for heterogeneous mixture, we have the soil or wood. And then also for the element as a matter, we have the different classifications. We have metal, there are elements which are metal, and also there are elements which are non-metal, and also we have elements which are metalloids, and also there are elements which are noble gas. And as you know, those classifications, they are classified according to their properties, like those ones metal, non-metal, or metalloids. For the metal, we know that they are good conductor of the electricity, and also they are shine, they are malleable. But for non-metal, they are poor conductor of electricity, and also they are dull. For the metalloids, they are semiconductor of electricity because they can have the properties of metal or non-metal. They can be brittle or metallic. But for noble gas, those are the elements that are stable because they have 8 electrons or 2 electrons on their outermost shell. And also metal, non-metal, and metalloids on the periodic table. Metals, they are found on the left side or in the center of the periodic table. And also for non-metals, they are found on the right side of the periodic table, and the metalloids, they are found between the metal or non-metal. So those are the types of the matter. So we can look how we can distinguish them. For the differences between the pure and impure substance, according to their composition, properties, and examples, pure substance contains only one type of atom or molecule or compound. It means that according to their composition, pure substance contains only single type of an atom. If it is hydrogen, it is hydrogen. If it's a water, it's a water, because it is a pure substance. And also according to their properties, they have, or it contains fixed composition, and its physical and chemical properties are constant throughout the substance. And also examples are gold, element, pure water, oxygen gas as an element. For impure substance or mixture, according to their compositions, it contains two or more different substances. It means that as a difference, as I said, pure substance, it contains only one or a single atom, but for impure substance, it contains different types of substance. Also are physically combined, not chemically bonded. So for properties, the composition of the impure substance or their properties can vary throughout the mixture because it contains different atoms or different elements. Also their melting point or their boiling point, it varies according to their atoms or their element made that solutions or that mixture. For example, we have the salt water, air, or mud water. It means that when you're boiling the water that contains the salt, the boiling point, it differ when you are boiling the ordinary water, because when you are boiling water, that water is pure. It is made by the only one type of compounds. But when you are mixing salt and water, you are boiling the solution or the mixture that contains different type of substance. So for the difference between the mixture and the heterogeneous mixture, for homogeneous mixture, we can differ hetero and homo by using their composition, examples, and distinguishability. So according to their uniform or according to their composition, homogeneous is a uniform solution because the components are evenly mixed and appear the same throughout the entire mixture. It means that like when you are mixing the salt and the water, after mixing them you can't distinguish what is salt, what is water, because that solution is a uniform. And for example, as I said, we have salt water, we have air, and also the air is the homogeneous mixture because you can't distinguish the air by saying this is oxygen, this is carbon dioxide, this is nitrogen, because the air is a mixture of solution which is uniform. And also we have alloys such as steel is also homogeneous. So for distinguishability, the individual component cannot be visually distinguished. So as I said, you can't distinguish the types of substance that made homogeneous mixture because that solution or that mixture is a uniform. So for heterogeneous mixture, for composition, it's non-uniform. When you say it's non-uniform, it means that when mixing the different substance and you can still see or differentiate those substances, it means that that solution it is heterogeneous. Like example of the oil and water, when you are mixing oil and water, they cannot make the solution which is a uniform because as you know, when you are mixing oil and water according to their density, the oil will be above and the water will be below. So you can distinguish what is oil, what is water. So that is heterogeneous mixture, or a concrete is also the heterogeneous mixture. So for distinguishability, the different components can be easily identified and separated. As I said, the solution or the mixture which is heterogeneous, the component or they are still distinguishable. You can see what is, you can separate it. This is oil, this is water, because they are not form, they can't form the uniform solution. So also we have I want to show you how the particles of the matter they are move. As you see on this short video, you see that the molecule, the particles, they are moving. As you see for the first one, they are moving throughout that space, or they are free to move. The first one is the gas, because they are throughout that space and they are free to move. But for the second one, they are liquid. And for the third one, they are solid. As you see, for the solid, the particles, they are still tightly packed. As I said for the first video, those particles, they are tightly packed. So here we have the what I used I said that it's a revision questions about the matter. As we are finishing this topic about the matter, we are going to conclude this topic by revising using these questions. For the first one, it says that what state or states of matter does each statement describe? A. This state has a defined volume but no definite shape. So you can answer that. They say the state that has defined volume but no defined shape. As I said for the first video, the liquid, it has defined volume, but they don't have the shape or defined shape because it takes the shape of the container. So the solution of this for the number A is a liquid. The state is a liquid. For B, this state has no defined volume. So the state that does not have the volume, it's a gas. For number C, or the letter C, state allows the individual particles to move about while remaining in contact. So the state, or the particles that they are allowed to move but they are still in contact. As I show you how the particles are moving, so the answer for this letter C is a liquid. So the liquid is the state that allows the particles to move but still they are remaining in contact. For number 2, what state or state of matter does each statement describe? For letter A, this state has individual particles in a fixed position with regard to other. So the state for this, that the particles are still fixed in positions, it's a solid. And for letter B, this state has individual particles for apart from each other in space. So the state that their particles they are apart from each other, it's a gas. And also for the letter C, the state that have the defined shape, it's a that it does not have a defined shape. As I said, it's a gas. Defined shape, it's a gas or the liquid. So for number 3, identify each substance as a compound, element, heterogeneous mixture or homogeneous mixture. So for this question, the answer, but they're asking you for those number letter A, B, C, D, which one that is substance, compound, element, heterogeneous mixture or homogeneous mixture. So we have white wine, mercury, soil, table salt. So for white wine is homogeneous mixture, and for letter B, mercury, it's a liquid. If it's an element, because as you know, mercury is a substance found on the periodic table, so it's an element. And the soil, it's a heterogeneous mixture, because soil contains different substances. And the table salt, table sugar, we can say also it's a compound, because it contains different substances. And also for number 4, choose the correct answer. Which state of matter has definite volume but takes the shape of its container? As I said above, the state of matter that have defined volume but takes the shape of the container, it's a liquid. So the answer is a letter B. So also, what is the process called when a liquid changes into gases? So the process takes place when the liquid changes into gas. It's called a boiling. When you are boiling a water, when it reaches to the boiling point, the water changes to gas. So the last one, number 5, which of the following is an example of the physical change? So for those changes, the one which is a physical, it's a melting ice. It's a number C, because when you're burning, as I said for the first videos, when you're burning, the substance changes into new substance. So that is a chemical. Or when you are baking a cake, also it's a chemical. Or when the lasting of the iron, also it's a chemical process. So the answer is the letter C. So these are the questions that I used to summarize this topic about the matter. So we can conclude the matter here. So we'll continue for the next video about the atom, molecule. That is the video we made after. So thank you for watching. Those are the solutions of the above questions. If you can't catch those questions, the solutions, can use these solutions to answer them. So thank you for watching.